अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूअर्स। मैं आपको इस वक्त बता रहा हूँ क्लास 4 के बारे में, जो अक्सर स्टूडेंट्स को जो प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं वो रीडिंग का मसला होता है। उसके लिए मैं आपको रीडिंग करके बताऊँगा, और जो मुश्किल इंग्लिश वर्ड्स हैं उसके लिए आप इंग्लिश टू उर्दू वोकैबुलरी के लिए जो डिक्शनरी होती है वो आप एक रख लें, उसमें आप देखिएगा। अब मैं रीडिंग स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ। ये इसके मैं 2 पेज बता रहा हूँ, तो हेयर कट के लिए सेकंड पेज हो गया, ये सेकंड पेज 3 और 4 और 5 पेज हैं। Danish Nasruddin Pirzada, he was greatly shocked. My goodness, he exclaimed, people are giving me money because they think I am a tramp. He hastily removed his coins from the cap, placed it on his head, stood up, and brushed his jacket. Yes, it's all looking a little crumpled, he thought to himself, and perhaps it's time for a new look. Danish Nasruddin Pirzada, I'm going to reinvent you. With his decision made, Danish Nasruddin Pirzada moved along towards the market with great speed. At the market, he did not go to the vegetable stalls. He marched straight into Sammy's style salon. Ha! Thought Danish Nasruddin Pirzada as they entered the salon and looked around the place. Can't spell, but I hope they can cut hair. There were 5 chairs in front of 5 long mirrors on the facing wall. 4 of the chairs were taking, and the 4 gentlemen occupying these chairs were having their hair cut. The room felt like an oven, but Danish Nasruddin Pirzada was determined to stay. The owner was a large man with at least 3 chins. He has 3 chins. At least 3 chins. There was not a single hair of his head. He greeted Danish Nasruddin Pirzada with a bow. Hello, said the owner, nodding his shiny head from side to side, haircut, trim, shampoo, washing, beard, all. Danish Nasruddin Pirzada wondered if the man knew any 2-word sentences. As he thought about his, he looked at himself in one of the long mirrors on the wall. It was not a pretty sight. Yes, replied Danish Nasruddin Pirzada, washing, shampoo, no hair cutting, trim, beard, yes. Sitting, please, said the man, pointing to an empty chair. Oh, said Danish Nasruddin Pirzada to himself as he sat down. 2 words incorrect grammar, but 2 words in one sentence. Hope he can be better with my hair. Mr. Sammy, the owner of the Sammy's Style Salon, wrapped a sheet round the neck of Danish Nasruddin Pirzada. The sheet covered his chest and arms and reached almost to the floor. It was a little grubby, but Danish Nasruddin Pirzada did not mind. He had made up his mind. Mr. Sammy instructed one of the assistant barbers. The young assistant scurried forward, carrying a comb in one hand and clicking a sharp pair of scissors in the other. He smiled as approached and nodded his head from side to side, just like his boss. Danish Nasruddin Pirzada did not say a word. He stared at his reflection in the mirror, while the barber clicked away at the top of his head. Beads of sweat began to drip from Danish Nasruddin's pizza nose. He had been hot outside the saloon. He was hotter inside his own like room, and to make matters worse, Mr. Sammy's had tucked him up in a blanket. Danish Nasruddin Pirzada began to nod, not like Mr. Sammy or his assistant had done, but a sleepy nod every time his chin fell forward on to his chest. The barber yanked it upright. But his did but this did not worry Danish Nasruddin Pirzada. He was too hot and tired to bother. He, he soon fell soundly asleep. Soundly is the right word for his kind of sleep, because Danish Nasruddin Pirzada made an awful sound. He snored loudly. Half an hour later, Danish Nasruddin Pirzada's eyes opened sleepily. He yawned and stretched, and then remembered where he was. He looked at himself in the mirror. He started. He blinked. He started again. The reflection in the mirror was not one of the recognized. It was not Danish Nasruddin Pirzada, but some other man. He raised one arm and winked just to make sure that the man in the mirror was himself. Danish Nasruddin Pirzada leaped out of his chair and screamed. He pointed at the man in the mirror and then turned to face Mr. Sammy, who was hurrying towards him. "What have you done?" carried Danish Nasruddin Pirzada. "War is it? Where is it? I asked you to trim my beard, not shave it off." "Beard shaving," replied Mr. Sammy, using a rare two-word sentences again and nodding his head from side to side. "Okay, there is nothing okay but it," cried Danish Nasruddin Pirzada, stroking him smooth chin. A long argument followed. Danish Nasruddin Pirzada insisted on paying less because Mr. Sammy had not followed instructions. He complained that he had come into the saloon as Danish Nasruddin Pirzada and was living as somebody else. Mr. Sammy wanted more money because far more hair had been removed from the customer's head. Finally, after a long debate, a very unhappy Danish Nasruddin Pirzada felt the saloon. He forgot all about his vegetables and headed towards the bus stand. He mumbled, grumbled, and cursed all the way there. Danish Nasruddin Pirzada joined the queue and waited for his bus. Then an old lady was who was also waiting for the bus turned to him and spoke. "Young man," said the old lady pleasantly, "I found my watch at home. Would you kindly tell me the time?" "Certainly, certainly," said Danish Nasruddin Pirzada with a smile. "It's time to celebrate." The old lady gave Danish Nasruddin Pirzada a very odd look, but he had not cared. Young man," he repeated to himself as he felt the cue and trotted home, still smiling. from Nicholas Horbucks. थैंक यू वेरी मच व्यूअर्स। रीडिंग हमेशा स्लोली करनी चाहिए और इसमें जो भी आपको प्रॉब्लम होगी उसके लिए आप जो है वो इंग्लिश टू उर्दू डिक्शनरी से आप देख सकते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच। सब्सक्राइब करें, लाइक करें, शेयर करें। थैंक यू।